We always got, you know, my my ace Boon Coon, FSU Rob in the building. He was lighting it up on the clips this week. I know y'all seen him with the hot, insane, cold, whatever you want to call them, takes that he had this week. I know y'all was definitely hitting me up saying that boy is insane. But yeah, I'm gonna bring him up in a little bit. He got probably the best FSU podcast in the land on the tube. No Knowledge Podcast. Link will be in the description after the live stream. The best FSU podcast. Who else we got in here? Oh yeah, we got my dog. That boy, the chosen one. Que paso, amigo? What's happening, baby? Appreciate you for stopping through. Who else we got in here? We got, my boy, Teriyaki. What it do, playboy? Hey, I'm still trying to, me and FSU Rob had a little discussion on the side. We was like, yo, Teriyaki was wilding yesterday. He told me who you are. I have an idea. I want to know if I'm right. Hit me up on back channel or something like that. I want to know if we're right on who you are. But boy, you was wilding last week. I appreciate you for stopping through, my brother. Appreciate it. All right. Appreciate everybody. Let's get to the first segment of the show. Let's see. Do I have the link in the chat? Let's see. Let me put the link in the chat. How y'all feeling though? Y'all all right? Y'all had a good week? Let's see. Add the chat in. Bam. The chat is in. All right. Chat is in. Anytime that y'all want to call in, feel free. So first thing that I wanted to talk about was the AllStar weekend game. I thought that it was definitely a great game. Let me put FSU Rob in. What's happening? Talk about
Yo, yo.
the AllStar game.
What's happening, baby?
What's going on, my brother? What's going on? How you feeling?
Not much, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Hey, man.
Cool.
First off, man, I really appreciate that grand intro, man. I really
Oh,
appreciate it, man.
yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir. It's only the truth. It's only the truth. So it makes
yeah,
it that
thank you,
much
brother.
easier.
Thank
It
you, man.
makes
It
it
really
that
is a
much easier.
blessing.
Yes,
It really is.
sir.
It's a blessing to be able to sit here and chop it up with you, man. And it's amazing, man, to see your growth, man. Because
Yes,
I know
sir.
this ain't really like what you do. Like you really not a people person, and
Yeah.
just to see you blossom right before everyone's eyes, bro. It's
For
amazing. It's
sure.
beautiful,
For
bro.
sure.
And thank you for allowing me to be a part of this journey, bro. I really appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. So yeah, let's
For
kick
sure,
it.
man.
Let's kick it. Anybody could call in. You can come into the chat anytime you want to. I can bring you up, take you back down if need be, if you need to roll out and do some things. But first thing I wanted to talk about was the AllStar weekend.
He goes second.
Nice. I thought it overall I felt like it was underwhelming. One, I thought the highlight of the weekend was Sabrina and Steph. I thought that Sabrina came out hot. Like, I mean, for her to set the bar and have 26 for Steph to come behind was very tough. I actually thought that she was going to win it. Coming in with 26, that was a great number to come with. Um, Obviously, Steph did his thing, with 29. Once he got to the top of the key, I was just like, yeah, he did. I felt he was rolling, and he definitely did his thing on his last rack and ended up with 29. What you thought about the Sabrina and Steph FSU?
It it definitely was the highlight of the entire weekend, bro. Like I can't lie, like the weekend itself was underwhelming, and I'm sure we'll talk about the rest of it. But going off of Steph versus Sabrina, that was amazing, bro.
Right.
Because it just goes to show if you can shoot, you can shoot.
Right. Yeah.
Like it don't matter. A shooter's a
It
shooter. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Male, female, whatever robot. If you can shoot, if you can flick that wrist, you
Right,
can flick it.
right. And she was definitely, and I'll say this, man. This is gonna get clipped and put up somewhere. I don't care. If Steph goes first, he loses. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I
Like,
agree.
yeah,
He knew exactly what he needed. So
right,
you can you
right.
anytime.
And you never give a guy like that's.
Right.
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Any time that flip the coin and you get to go last, you get to see exactly what you got to get. Of course, is you can lock in and know, like, that's why, to go to football real quick. Get that coin toss. You want defense first. I want to see exactly if I need that touchdown, or if I need a field goal just to go to the next quarter. So with Steph knowing that, hey, okay, let me lock in, let me make sure that I get this, that, and the third, because you already know he's a marksman, so he know exactly where his spots were to get to. And once he got to the top of the key, I was just like, oh, okay, yes, Steph got it. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, he went perfect on both wings, so he
Mm-hmm.
didn't miss on the wing racks.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't miss on either one of those racks. And then on the last one, the last money ball rack, uh, on the side, he missed the first shot and then went perfect. So
Right.
it's like, you know, and going back to what you were saying, if you get that coin toss, I always want to see what you got first. That's why I still
Yeah.
can't believe 2 weeks removed why Kyle Shanahan chose to. Never mind. We're not even. We'll pass
Yeah.
that. But
we'll get to that. We'll get to
yeah.
that.
We'll get to that
Yeah.
because it's just common sense. Steph knew he was like, if she's got 26, all I need is 26. I know that I can. I
Yeah.
watched a video of him in preparation for this game, and he hit 105 straight threes in a
Insane.
span of 5 minutes. So
Insane.
it's insane, man. It's wild. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
I, I
So
I do believe in my heart of hearts that Sabrina wins if she goes second, though.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, that, and honestly, I was looking for it just to see what that looks like, with Sabrina
Yeah.
beating Steph, and it's just like, okay, like, that just opens up the door for the conversation of, women are just as good at shooting as men, all of those types of talks we was gonna get to have, even though she definitely still did her thing though.
Right. Well, women do shoot as good as men. Like I don't think that Sabrina shoots better than a lot of the guys in the NBA now.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so I'm not. I don't think it's a. I think it's just a sheer physicality.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Because what's going to happen is you go to, well, women can shoot just as good as men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if the conversation stops there,
Yeah,
we're
we good.
cool.
Yeah.
But it ain't going to stop there. It's going to be
Right.
like, so women can play in the NBA, and it's
Right.
like,
We didn't have to go that far.
yeah, that's what I mean. So it's just like let's just stop it right at women can shoot just as good as men. It's there's women out there that can throw a football further than me. Like that that's it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
obviously there's women out there that can punt further than me. Like it it is only the physicality of the game, of the sports. You know what I'm saying? That separates the two. You know what I mean? Not anything else, not skill level. I can't say that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You
No,
know, because
I
I've been
agree.
cooked.
I agree. I feel like so what is your thoughts on the 3-point contest? I mean, Dame Dollar, back to back, he did his thing, of course. Um what's your thoughts on the 3-point contest?
The 3-point contest right now is the biggest draw on All Star Saturday night because the it's the skills challenge is, I don't know. I like the skill challenge when it was like Steve Nash and them boys doing it, and you know what I mean, like the top point guards in the NBA doing it. Now they do it as a team type of thing where it's just like you get the three. Like I would like to see Curry, you know, um, Chris Paul's still in the league, right? I guess.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
I
Chris
guess
Paul's still
so.
in the league. Yeah, yeah. Chris Paul, Steph Curry, like the top of the top. I would like to see the top of the top. Big man. You know what I'm saying? Like I just this so the skills challenge is out for me. The dunk contest is, I lost faith in the dunk contest, and I may be over whooping too quick right now, but I lost faith in the dunk contest when your boy the legendary D Wade robbed Aaron Gordon, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's just it's just whoever you like more now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, D Wade was
it
thinking
Mac
about what
McClung.
he was gonna be doing that night more than the judging. So
See?
yeah, let's
Okay, so you
yeah,
want to go right in? Okay, you.
yeah, yeah. I digress. I digress. Let's move on. Let's move
You
on.
want
Let's
to?
move on.
Okay, you want to go? Okay,
Let's
okay.
not go there. Not too quick. We'll say that for the end
Yeah,
when
that's what I was about to say. We got to
when
let it cook a
nobody's
little bit.
watching. We'll
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got to let it cook a little bit before we, you know. Yeah,
uh
but I don't think the coming from Friday night, Saturday night, All Star Saturday night. The thing that I wanted to see the most was Sabrina and Steph. Like
yes.
that's what I tuned in. I was like, okay, I am watching this.
This means
The All
something.
Star game.
I may
Yeah.
I haven't watched the All Star game, and come on now, man. Well, like All Star game is the equivalent of the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching that. Like,
It was, bro. Yeah. So we'll get there. So the dunk
right.
contest, I say, was in a way, bro. Can you say they actually need Mac? Like they need him there because
Oh, they need him. Yeah.
that was. I mean, Jalen Brown's dunks. His tribute to D Brown was straight trash. Like
It was not good.
you
It was
you
not good.
supposed to
And I'm
close your
okay.
eyes while you're dunking, not at the end, fool.
Right. He was on the ground, fully on the ground, and he did the dab. He wasn't covering his eyes. He was doing the dab.
Come on, yeah.
You
So
know what I'm saying?
right,
He was doing
yeah.
a dab.
So
I don't.
yeah. Go ahead.
I can't. I think that anytime you have to call someone from the Osceola Magic to participate in the dunk contest, you got to reevaluate like what how you're doing it, and you have to like. I feel like you have to go. The only way. What do they say? Money talks and BS walks.
Right,
Put a $500,000 dunk contest on up
right,
and watch them boys start coming out. Like
right,
500K. You know what I'm saying?
right.
We need a WNBA versus WNBA. Okay. Yes. Now you know what? Yes. Now you're talking.
So so with that teriyaki, honestly, I was thinking like, okay, how can we integrate that? But I was just saying, what if what if it was WNBA and NBA together and kind of did it instead of like how they did the East West this year, just kind of went back to where it was playground, where it's just like, hey, kind of like how they was doing for the couple of years, like, hey, I'm gonna pick you, and kind of go through it, like captains, whoever get the most votes, they're the captains, And they just picked that way. And I honestly feel like it might be a little bit better than that. And you have to put an incentive to it. It sucks because these boys are making so much money, but we saw what an incentive for the in-game tournament would do for them. They're actually playing because hey, I don't know about you, but yeah, I'll take 500K real quick too.
Correct. And I think that money is the only way. I do have to disagree with you. I do, after actually thinking about it for a moment,
Mm-hmm.
I have to disagree about the NBA versus WNBA game because it would only be able to take place one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they would absolutely have to outlaw it. Because if Joel Embiid catches a young
No,
lady in the paint,
no. What I'm saying is, as in, so if you had two teams and each team had a mixture of WNBA and NBA players, would that
mhm,
work?
I don't think so. Only because, well, here, let me say this. Let me
Yeah.
go back to what you were saying. I hated when they were doing captains, right? Because I am a purist of the game, and I grew up on East versus West, right?
Right.
East
So you
versus
like that
West
format
was
better? That's
right.
that's what I
I
was gonna.
love that
Okay.
format better. You don't get to pick your team because you had Giannis and James Harden doing that BS a couple years ago when it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, because they don't like each other, they're not gonna, like, come on. How
Right.
is and what draft is James Harden getting picked last? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and it happened like that because uh Chris Paul has been injured more than he has played. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I don't think that the only way that it would be able to work is an integrated. So I don't. Let me take that back. I don't say that it couldn't work, but the only way that it would work was a co-ed basketball game. But then what does that prove? You get what I'm saying? So I
Right.
think it has to be NBA versus WNBA, so we can just go ahead and say that hey, the gap is larger than you think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
The get like I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I just want to like I just had to show you this one time, and
Right.
we'll never do this again. But you, you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that it should be a money incentive to it though.
That's the only way you're going to get players to hoop. And if you're not going to do money, then you have to just. And I don't fully agree with this, but you
Right.
have to do it like baseball and do the home court advantage.
Right.
Can you imagine a 40 win team, a 47 win team coming out of the East versus a 60 win coming out of the West, but because the East won the All-Star, bro, come on. Like
Yeah.
that's a big deal,
You
you know?
right.
So,
You right.
but it happens in baseball. And the All-Star game is competitive in baseball.
Yes. Yes.
You
Right.
know? Not that I
Yeah.
watch it. I still don't watch it, but it's competitive from what I
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, Teriyaki said maybe if it was mixed, then it should be a blind and random selection. I mean, yeah, that could work. so so check this out. With that format, what happens if it some type of way it was NBA versus WNBA and they beat them 200-40?
Oh God. See, this is what I'm talking about. There it would only be able to happen at one time.
Right.
And it would
Yeah.
be like the gap is a whole lot bigger than you guys think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think it's fair, dog. Like,
Yeah.
because it's like you put the man in a position where it ain't fair. If he
Right.
don't play defense and end up getting his ankles broke,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And then she takes him to the rack and
Yeah.
lays him with the left,
Yeah.
right?
And if
Or if he clamps her,
right,
you know,
and
and
if I,
goes full Ron Artest,
yeah, and if I'm going to the rack soft and she blocks my shot, I'm on
and tells
TikTok
you to
all
get that
week.
stuff out of here, nah,
Nah. Nah.
no, no. Now I'm calling an ISO on a girl, bruh.
Now
And
now I'm calling the ISO and putting her in the paint.
yeah. Oh.
I'm putting her in the paint. Let's go. Call me the
I'm gonna
painter.
bang your.
I'm
I'm gonna
about
bang your
to.
brains out. I'm gonna. I'm gonna catch on that block. It's gonna be a block party. I'm gonna catch on that block.
And I ain't
I'm gonna tell
talking.
everyone to clear out. No,
Yo,
and that's where you lose every single time because that NBA player that does that, I
yeah,
can see him on Good Morning America apologizing for it the very next morning. Like,
right.
yes, I should have never did that. I don't know what came over me. No, you know exactly what
You
came
know
over you.
exactly what
You
came
got
over you.
crossed by a girl, right? You took it up to the rack softly, and she wiped it off the glass, man. Like,
Right. Yeah, for
and
sure.
now you got to play for real.
So I will say before we cause kind of just doing a little bit looking at it, first time, a team, scored 200 points. First time that a team, 50 points each quarter, which is insane. So, we kind of we touched on the All-Star game. They obviously need to do something about it. LeBron them talked about it. Dame, everybody has been, talking about it. Far as it's no, the competition's not there, and honestly,
Right.
these boys don't really care about the fans like that anyway. For real, for real.
No, no, no. Yeah.
But I would say this. Besides the Sabrina, Steph, that celebrity game was actually entertaining, bro.
Yeah.
Parsons,
Yeah.
that boy is athletic. He,
37 and 16. Yeah.
he was nice. He was
He's nice.
nice, and I love the Ruffles court, the way they had the fire going, and
Yeah.
the 2 point the double points and everything like that by pushing the
Hmm.
thing. I thought that was golden, and maybe I don't know, maybe they should throw in a some type of gimmicks in the All-Star game where it's a 4 point shot, maybe a 5 point. Well, I don't know, because maybe then you would still have like Luka chucking it up from 3/4 of a way, which is
That's a shot
trash.
he
Like,
hits regular. Yeah.
yeah, that's trash though, because it's like, yeah, I understand that this is an All-Star game and things like that. I get the half court shots. I'm cool with those. But anything
Hmm.
after that, you know, before the line is, come on, man, what are we doing?
You're mocking me now. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
mocking me
you're
now.
you're
Like,
you're mocking me. You're
come
mocking
on,
me.
bro. Like, the celebrity All Star game is good. What was really good? Micah Parsons is just. I mean, the last guy who won MVP was who? Miles Garrett. I mean,
Yeah.
they're one and the same. Like, you put a
Oh,
defensive, and that's why I don't understand why basketball players kind of always say like what they do is harder than what you're just taller.
yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you know what
True.
I mean?
True.
That's it. Because Miles Garrett's physicality at 6'5",
Yeah.
Micah
That.
Parsons at 6'3".
Yeah.
Come on,
Imagine if they were 6'10".
come on, man. Because they're proving to you right now that they can come into the league and be Russell Westbrook. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
True.
You know, because
True.
Micah Parsons and Miles Garrett can at least get you 15 and 10 a night.
Right.
You know, just off their body, dog. Because having to deal with somebody like that 4 quarters, they're gonna wear you down. So
Right. Yeah. Puka was balling
but
too, huh?
that's
Yeah.
top tier.
Yeah. But what do you think about Teriyaki's comment right here?
Was it? Or instead of East versus West, replace them with the worst NBA team versus. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah, yeah. You know what?
I actually
Yes,
I actually would like to see that. Like, if they said, like, one, All-Star weekend is obviously multiple days. What if they said, hey, because they have the celebrity games, they have all of these different types of events. Hey,
right,
the WNBA champion versus, the worst team right now. I'll
right.
I'll pay to see that.
Because the Pistons will look like the 72 and 10 Bulls. What are you talking about? What? I mean, come on, dog. Come on,
Hey,
dog.
hey, hey, you thought the West scored 211. Watch what the Pistons are doing. Oh, 211. Watch 300.
Man, and I hate this sound like this, bro,
Right.
but it's just levels to it.
It's just the truth, man.
It's
It's
just the truth, and it's only the physicality of it.
yeah, that's
It's
it.
the
We
only
we
thing.
right. We're not saying that they can cross you up and you know what I'm saying, shoot the three and
Right.
Euro. Come on, man.
But that's only happening to me twice, bro, before I take you to the paint and then take and destroy you. I'm taking full advantage of you
For
in the
sure.
paint.
For
My
sure.
elbows in your back when I spin the block. I'm going up. Man, no, man, no.
Right.
And I'm dunking off drop step. No. It's it's that as soon as my feet touch the paint, I'm taking off. Every time.
Every time. Every time.
Every time. So yeah, I would pay to see that. I tell you what else I would pay to see. Something that they need to implement is a they used to do a Golden Stars game.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of having the rising stars,
Mm-hmm.
so the rookies and sophomores, they used to have the Golden Stars, which is the old cats play again. I would love to see them cats get out there one
Oh,
last
yeah,
time,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the quality of the game, the reason why they stopped it, it was so many torn hamstrings out there,
It
and
was so it was
and
so many Ron Artests out there.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because they can't move no more. Like
Yeah.
I'm not playing. I'm not like playing defense at 57.
Right.
Mike is 62. Like,
Right.
come on.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, basically to wrap up the All-Star game though, you would prefer the East West though, is what you're saying.
I would always prefer the East West because and I applaud Adam Silver for breaking it up for a few years. Right, he had to
Yeah.
just see what works. Adam Silver is a really good commissioner, man, because he's just throwing stuff out there to see what it sticks.
Hmm.
Right,
Yeah, yeah, for
that's
sure. He's very innovative for sure.
he's an innovative. There it is. That's the word I was looking for. Innovative.
Mm-hmm.
So he saw that was just becoming more of just like if it's LeBron and Giannis, right?
Right.
Whoever gets first pick, they're picking Steph. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Okay, then we go from there. So it's like LeBron always gets first pick, and bad boy Pistons all over again. Yes, sir. I mean, yeah,
Right.
because the moment you get brought to your knees from a crossover, I'm going full Bill Lambier. Like that's not
Right.
happening to me twice, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come
No.
on.
No.
So, but I think that East versus West, your team is your team, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I play on the East. I'm rocking with the East.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then
Like, I love those East matchups where it was Stephon Marbury
yeah.
and Allen Iverson backcourt and Vince on the wing, T Mac through there. Come on, dog.
Right. And then that with the East West format, do you feel like they should make that a home court decision?
No, I just think they should give them money. Don't play with my home court because
Yeah.
teams play hard for that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't play with my home court. With baseball, it don't too much matter because they're playing 400 games. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Plus one.
Playing for me. Yeah, plus one. Like, bro, come on. I don't care
Right.
about that. The
Mm-hmm.
NBA, they play their 82, and those teams work hard for that, dog. And I dare you to tell me we've won 50 some games, and now because we didn't lose, and then because we didn't win the All Star game,
Yeah.
nah. Just give them the money, and then that'll make it more competitive. All Star games used to always be cake in the first half. First
Yeah.
and second half, you
Yeah.
had Allen Iverson throwing it off the shot clock. Vince was
Mm-hmm.
catching it, throwing between. You know what I'm saying? Now second half, whoa,
Right.
okay, Paul Pierce got to sit down because we
Yeah.
need real
Yeah.
players in the game now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
We
you
need
know,
players that can move.
we need we need players that can move. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Because we're trying to win, dog.
Yeah. No,
And yeah, I don't I don't say take their home court advantage. Give them the freaking 500K, man. You can do it. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like all the fines Draymond puts into the fine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
they
That
could
that.
pay it with that. So
Yeah. That right there. Yeah. So
yeah, you know,
yeah. Wrapping up on the All Star game. Uh, I mean the news came out. Dub Nation was trying to get Bron.
right.
We got to go there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's Who isn't trying to get him? The Pistons probably called too. And he's like, yo, you
Yo, we
available?
we got the bench, our starting five, the water boy,
Yeah.
and the GM.
Come on, dog. And four first rounders. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you our first rounders to 2029. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
they the
So
the Warriors would have had to give up, and to listen to Draymond Green talk about it, right? He said, "Yeah, I was talking to the GM,
who are you?
and I told the GM that if Kuminga is gonna leave for LeBron, then the answer is no."
Right.
First off,
First
Dre,
off,
you were gonna be leaving, okay? Dre,
let's be real, Dre.
Dre, you was out, bro. You was out. You Kuminga and Clay was gone. Like for
So
Bron,
yeah. So if let's say it is Kaminga, few other players with a lineup of Bron, Clay, Steph, Draymond next year and beyond, do you think that they get it done?
yeah, but Clay won't be a factor. Like Clay will be yeah, they can get it done. I mean, I can't take that off of them. Steph and LeBron have some amazing chemistry, dog. Like
Right.
they really have amazing chemistry. You really water down the game when you do stuff like that. Like,
Right.
I don't. I am and I heard Mace. Shout out to Mace
Yeah.
from It Is What It Is. But I'm a purist with this stuff, man. Like I don't
Right.
like you continue switching teams and switching teams and switching teams, and it's like
Right.
it, because it diminishes the competition. You know what
Mhm.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's not enough parity in the league.
Right.
And
Right.
if LeBron was to go to Golden State, if I was a Golden State executive, I would have
Yeah.
said, okay, cool. Or if I was a Lakers executive, if I was Jeannie Buss, I would have said, fine, we'll send Braun to you, but we're going to take enough to cripple your roster. So it's just Steph and Braun. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So I want everything in return and that's how you do it. You don't ever give up your best player
Mhm.
to project, and then that propels them to a championship. No, I want everything to keep you guys from getting there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
you know, I think OKC did that with the Shai Gilgeous trade. Like
Mhm.
they were like, cool, we'll give you Paul George Clippers, but we're gonna take all these pieces to where the Clippers are just now recovering from that.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah. And segue into the Clippers in the second half of the NBA season. Um, the Wolves are number one, seed right now. Do you think that they can continue that hot streak? Defense looks good, offense looks good. They're ranking top, I want to say top 3, top 5 in the league on both categories. Do you feel like the Wolves can continue that and keep the number one seed? And where do we put the Clippers, especially when
I
it comes to
think
playoffs?
I think the Wolves can, because the Wolves they just some youngsters, bro. They don't care. You know
Ant
what I'm
Man,
saying? Like they do
Ant
not
Man,
care, bro.
Ant Man
Bro,
jumping out the gym.
Ant Man is jumping out the gym. Ant Man, if you've seen the way he was talking to Kawhi, he was talking to Kawhi like he was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna repeat what he said, but it was absolutely wild. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And it's like, Kawhi was probably in his head like, man, these young boys don't care. Like,
Right.
and they don't. That's the reason why I think that they can keep the first seed. Yeah, I think they can do it.
Yeah.
Uh the season is more than halfway done, you know? So
Right.
I feel like they can keep it going. And as far as if the Clippers will they show up, who knows, bro?
Yeah.
I honestly do not know, bro,
Right.
because let's just say they'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Clippers will be there in the end. I don't know what I'm gonna get out of James Harden because he fizzled in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Always. Always.
Always. That's what he's known to do, is fizzle in the end. I think a better question would be, what's going on with the Bucks?
You right.
What's going on
So
with the Milwaukee Bucks, bro?
I would say, man, the Bucks. I definitely think I would like to say it's them in Boston, but with Embiid when he's healthy, I mean Embiid right now is at 35 points a game. Jeez,
Yeah.
as a
And
big
B may
man,
not play another game this season though.
yeah. So like with the Bucks, I mean we are talking we are talking about Doc Rivers led team, which I
Yeah.
have no idea why why they thought Doc was the answer.
Hmm.
Um, and I feel like Dame had a slump, but we will see if this All Star game, All Star weekend, got his head right. He won the 3-point contest, won the MVP. Maybe that translate to the second half and him being in Milwaukee a little bit more,
Right.
gelling more. I think that might do it, but yeah, they it don't look good right now.
I don't have. So shouts out to Giannis, man, for getting that championship, right? Bringing a championship to Milwaukee. But they chased out the last two coaches they had.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you can keep your brother on the roster,
Yeah. Whew.
right? And
Right.
and and it's the coach that's the problem,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So they're giving Giannis everything he wants because the Bucks and Giannis need each other.
Right.
Because Giannis cannot play these games in LA. He definitely can't play these games in Miami. He's not going to play these games in New York. And the games I'm talking about is having your brother on the G League team and a brother on the league on the team.
Right.
You can't, Giannis. You can't have all your whole family play, fam. Like,
Yeah. He
I
probably was
understand you're a
trying to find a
family
spot
man.
for his pops.
Yeah, where does it stop? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I get it, but it's like he Milwaukee is the only place that he can play these type of games
Right.
because they leave Milwaukee and Thomas's career is over. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, cuz he is goated there. I mean, he brought them a championship. Like,
Right.
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 So,
So I don't. They're giving Giannis everything he needs. They're keeping his brother on the team. Now the only thing left is to win, and they are 3-7 through 10 games. Doc took over with 10 games left before the All-Star game, and they're 3-7. And they dropped
that's
a bad loss to the Pistons, I want to say, right before the All-Star game. And I'm like, wait, what?
right.
So
Right.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't have a lot of faith in Doc-led teams. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like how can we? And that's not even like a slight or trying to get on them, but it's like come on, man.
Yeah.
Unless it
Yeah.
was the Celtics, big 3+1. I mean,
Right.
what has Doc done?
And that was the only time he ever did it.
Right?
He had them because he took that same team to the championship next year, and Kobe said, "Nah, man, come on."
Nah, we not having that. We not having that now.
Yeah.
Um,
So it was. But back to the Wolves and Clippers, man. I Wolves Clippers. Then you can't forget about OKC.
can't
Shi's
forget
putting
about
up 31 a game.
right. Yeah, yeah. OKC definitely, and obviously the reigning champs. I mean, Denver is definitely gonna be there with Joker. Like
Yeah.
soon as they
Denver's just
can,
taking it easy enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
Joker and Murray together. Once they get healthy and figure that out. Come on, man. Them in the playoffs. That's
Yeah.
scary. That's always gonna be
Shouts out
scary.
to Aaron Gordon. Shouts out to Aaron Gordon because he was the ISO king last year. He was destroying them cats in ISO last year. He
For
was
real.
destroying them boys in ISO last year, man.
Yeah,
They
for
couldn't do
sure.
nothing with him.
For sure,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure. Yeah, so let's switch gears a little bit. Let's head over to man,